My name is Jamale Akins, and I'm the Executive Director of Saline Area Social Service. I'm here today to speak for a few minutes about our friend and co-worker Glenna, who was recently nominated for an award. She's pretty humble and she doesn't like to promote herself too much, so I'm going to take a few minutes to tell you how wonderful she is. I first came to Saline Social Service about 4 years ago. When I first got here, we were frequently low on food, oftentimes having just one food drive per year and the weekly distributions for our community just being limited to a few canned goods and products. But under Glenna's leadership, we've really been able to stabilize our food supplies and provide as many as 8 to 10 meals per week for the 300 people that come to Saline Area Social Service. One of the things that I saw when I first got here is Glenna's incredible potential. A lot of times in today's business world, we, at one level, I'll call it academic discrimination. We look at people based on academic credentials and where they went to college and this and that. But I think in order to really find leadership, you've got to look beyond that. And one of the things that I saw in Glenna was really an underutilized asset. She was being used and working as a clerk here, but she had potential to do so much more. So over the last few years, we've really been able to elevate her role. So she's now a food distribution program manager, and Glenna oversees the ordering and processing of hundreds of thousands of pounds of food each year, and managing as many as 6,000 volunteer hours per year. So she's just been a wonderful part of the team, and to a big part because she's able to lead the food pantry and distribution operations. Then I myself, as the executive director, can focus more on communication and fundraising, which is where I'm strong with. Glenna's just done a wonderful job managing and directing the food pantry operations, and so we're very fortunate and blessed to have her. So just a wonderful asset to the team.
About 31 years ago, I had my son. He was born with a heart condition, and the home health nurse that was helping to take care of him recommended that I come to Saline Social Services. I didn't even know it existed at the time. I just needed help with gas and to get to the doctors every couple days, just little things. I went up there, met them. They were wonderful, very nice. They helped us out. My son, as he grew up, his heart condition got better, and then I didn't need to go anymore. Fast forward a few years, we moved back to Saline, kind of had a job situation, needed help again, went back up, and after I got hurt and wasn't working anymore, they asked if I wanted to volunteer. I went up, started volunteering 2 hours a week, and then they offered me a part-time job, 7 hours a week, and that has turned into a full-time job. When I first got full-time, it was just being an assistant to Karen, and it's kind of evolved into me taking care of the food pantry myself, ordering food, coordinating the volunteers, making sure the things are done that need to be done. So in a year, we roughly receive about 137,000 pounds of food, and of course what comes in goes out to the clients. Before, we had one major food drive that was in the winter, which was great, but the food wasn't enough to make it through the whole year. So now we have one in the winter, in the spring, we have summer, and a fall. And those extra food drives were able to keep food on the shelves all year long. Before, we would run out of everything and have maybe tomatoes and green beans on the shelf. That was it. Now we're able to continually to offer all the different items that we have to the clients.